Alright, time again for the auction included. Just gonna resume the game. My voice is a little bit dark, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna resume the game. We're gonna play on the highest difficulty settings. We don't have any care packages. And we're trying an all achievement run. Oh man. It doesn't matter a little bit, right? That sounds terrible. Hold on, maybe if I blow my nose once? I doubt that helped much, but I'm feeling much better, so I want to play. Good. So this here is it's called a hydrogen tamer. Maybe a hydrogen vent tamer would be the better way of framing this, but doesn't matter. So the point is, we're running round. Is the point? Zippering in. This has stopped. Does it need touching up? Yes or no? Let's just see how it runs. What's the worst that can happen? A lot of build up here. Then an immediate gush of fluids down. Does it matter? No. So that's it, and the idea is just to collect all the hydrogen gas inside of here. And we will see its effect. I would love to touch it up though. Right now it's simplicity itself, so we're not gonna touch it up. I know I said we're gonna touch up on it, but it's good. We're going to find out in if we deconstruct something, it's gonna be a building. We're gonna find out in 53 cycles. That is fair. Good. So we did this now, so then we don't lose any more resources. Somebody's coming. And then 87% stress is the highest stress currently, which is not that great. Honestly, it's very bad. I meant to also renovate my farms, my ranches, so that we can have barbecue all around. But yeah, 707 critters here, good. That light is shining always? No. Do we have more plastic? Let's just do some cleanup here before we continue on with our rocket project and go to space. I mean, we know everything around our corner of the galaxy because we built one telescope. Since we have diamond... No, the first thing we have to do is get this thing airborne and burn our plastic for data. That is the absolute first thing. So deconstruct. Buildings, everything here. Tim. And the glass also deconstruct. It's gonna land here on that spot. All the resources. So nothing is going to get buried once we have glass clots. That's what we're gonna get. Glass clots. And the problem is they're gonna look nasty. If we look at our glass tiles that we created, not here but over there, then we see that they're very beautiful. Very beautiful, just using a glass forge and hydroponic farms. So easy to do, so nice. We even got 2 more here that don't serve any purpose because the pips cannot plant here any longer. But alright, these are gonna look a little bit different. They're gonna look all buried. There's a buried object, and the object that is buried is, if you see here, that little copper disappearing. Hydroponic farm is made from, oh, gold amalgam is what we're burying, actually, not copper. But that is going to disappear inside of the thing, and there's nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. Whoop, there's the last piece. And that is just fine. Good. Now, the next step in making a rocket is then... where is it? Crown molding? Yes. Crown molding. I learned this tip from one of my favorite streamers, Too Legit City. So if you put in a building that cannot get built, duplicants will still come and bring the materials for it. And the pip will go, oh no, there's something there. I'm not going to plant. And that way you don't have to build a ladder. Like, that was the method that Francis John found out with the ladder. I don't know if they found it out. It's quite obvious, but they definitely made it very public. And that's how I learned about the ladder. And then now I'm doing this. Because in the end, it doesn't matter. In the end, tell you what, the ladder is better to do. Because duplicants are going to come and deconstruct the ladder. And that is more practice. They're going to get their construction skill up. No, it doesn't matter what you do. There are many ways that lead to the goal that you're trying to achieve. And that's fantastic about this game. Now, that's one of the many things that are fantastic about this game. Now, we're going to put in the box. What's in the box? And we're going to put in seed. But what kind of seed? I'm guessing oxyfern here, of course. Not just surely this must be oxyfern. Yes. Because on the ground level, there is disgusting oxygen when the duplicants are flying. The duplicants are flying out. And that is no good. And the oxyfern plant will just eat it up. There's no need for a pump or anything. I kind of like the method there where you delete the carbon dioxide some way or another. But I think it works with just pumping out oxygen and then sometimes it gets deleted. It is kind of elegant. Maybe I should really look into that method, but I'm not sure if it's very reliable. And this here is taking away a lot of rocket space. But alright. Should pack things? Or... Well, so let's start with the idea of the rocket design. So that would be a door to the toilet. Gonna make it purple from gold so that it is pink. I love the glass decor pack. You don't have to play with this. You can just build an ugly pneumatic door everywhere. But this gives options. And combo as well with the fantastic material color mod. So yeah, if you want a little bit of variety in your gameplay, I also do the custom tiles mod, where you have the marble tile enabled. Again, is that really the case, or am I lying? Probably am lying. Probably have to enable the marble tile with the marble tile mod, and the custom tiles mod gives you then the igneous tile and the obsidian tile and something else. Why is nobody coming here? Hauling point errands of number 54. Oh dear. Number 1 is better. Good. And we don't need the piping any longer. Deconstruct. And the upsy doozy. And then we're going to leave the infrastructure in. For should we need it. Probably not, but let's keep it in. Good door. We're going upwards. And we could do another door here. Another door here. And then straight away there. For something else we want to do up there. The telescope. Because the telescope cannot be part of this zone. And in the end, we're gonna have a mess hall. That sucketh. I don't want a telescope. Don't want a telescope. Is there something I can do? I don't think there is really. So if we plan this out, how big would this be? This is 12 tiles. And that here is 10 tiles. This is 22 tiles. Plus 2 is 24 tiles. And 32 tiles I need. So that is if I go straight over here. But if I have just one room, that would be better. Yeah, I'm just gonna have one room. And let's see what wrecks the Great Hall. We do not need a bed. A bed is wasted space. classic ladders to reach everything instead of these disgusting ladders. Good. So we're gonna go over here. Does this matter? No. This is already 2 rooms. Let's first of all deconstruct the ladders here. Good. And if we build something, it's gonna be Party 9 because we have too many Party 7 builds currently. Constructing building, sure. Good. So what do we need? A rocket control station. And if I put a ladder here on top? Hold on. Do I not want a thingy floating in the air? I think I definitely do. That means we already know that the mesh tiles go over here, because we need a 4 tile and a 4 tile for making maximum usage of the door area. Let's get it going. It's furniture and it looks fantastic. Trust me, I found this. The elegant water cooler. The Vader cooler. The Darth Vader cooler here. It's looking so nice. Can I make it really, really white and bright? I think the granite does a trick there. Put it here. Good. And we cannot build it, as you can see, but somebody can bring the materials. And then another duplicate can use the granite that is lying on the floor to build 2 tiles, helper tiles. And build the rest of it and the rest of it all. Makes sense. Do we have an error? Let's do this first thing. Good. So that is just delivered to there. These are gonna go. And ladders are gonna go in. So we have room for a telescope. That is great. And here could be room for a research station as well. Now, I do not know if that will wreck the fantastic Great Hall that is going to be here, because there's going to be a chair. And I don't know if the rocket control station will wreck the Great Hall. I have to find out and experiment a little bit. Probably. Furniture. So we do have a mess table made from gold. Putting it here, party-wise. Looking fantastic. Could even do a 9 construction everywhere. Jum. And the doors, especially since we need the doors to reach everything. Good. How big is the bathroom, by the way? Is it 12? Because then I could do something. But I cannot build a wash basin or anything, so... I think... This is 8 tiles. 3 tiles, 11, 12, yeah. We could do something. If only we could do something. But there is no hand wash space available. Good, this goes here. Critters can be brought over as well. And that is an easy thing to do. As soon as the door is built, we are going to tell a duplicate just to move the critter. This has been a very recent addition to the game. Hey, this is way too many critters. What the heck is going on? We're only supposed to have 6 critters. We should auto-wrangle the surplus. Now, a surplus is going here, sure. As an 8 priority. But we can do a 9 priority. H31 is good. Move to command. Let's not wrangle. Cancel the wrangle. Move to. Go inside the colon. Not go inside the colon. How dare you think this? Colon is short for colonizer rocket. Colonizer rocket is just too much. Move here is too big of a mouthful. And that's why we have the abbreviation here. Colon. So let's put the critter inside the colon. Put the critter inside the colon. And let them plant. Because it's going to go these seeds here. Somebody doing it? I'm sure they want to. Let's go. This is all getting done. Fantastic. And we are going to build the water cooler and the mess table first. And something with a high decor. Running here from the ceiling. Good, everybody's holding their breath, which means we don't know. But I just need a mess hall, right? To see if the room would work. If a mess hall works, then of course a great hall will as well. A yarrow pot from diamond. Make it look like a honeypot. PM. So this goes first. And we're going to build helper tiles now from granite. Here and there. First as well. The Pip arrived. The Pip arrived, Mr. Pip. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And 5 oxyferns, let's remove. Good. See if they plant. Of course they're gonna plant. It says green, why? This is a vacuum, it should not say green. Because the game did not, the mod did not update to the game change visually. Huh, that's weird. Or did it? I don't know. Because last time there was a blue spot when there was the atmosphere too low, and yet the Pip planted. Maybe I am confused and didn't get it right, but I think I got it right. Tile granite errands. Current errand. They bring the granite from a different place. That sucketh a bit. But there's gonna be duplicates trapped in the end, hopefully. To build the rest of it up. High stress, yes I know, yes I know. No longer will we have the high stress. Mr. Pip, please plant. This is oxyfern. And it needs to go in the rocket. Hey! Bloop! It's not working. Matka is outside. Trapped. You're building the elegant water cooler. And you're done. Good. Very nice. Deconstruct. And deconstruct. Oh, this really looks very nice. I love this design. It's pretty cool. Good. Fat Cat says, auction not included. That's what Jod's nose is saying right now. Oh man, do I really sound that bad? Suffocating. Let's get this going. I don't want to suffocate. Come on, Agent Artist Azalea. Save yourself. Is she not? I think she's not allowed to construct is the problem. But good to see you, Fat Cat. I hope you caught up on the boys and the Gen V. Somebody is going to be allowed to build. And that's why nothing is getting done in my colony. Because some duplicants are just not allowed to build. That's never a good idea. Every duplicant should be allowed to build. But we have specialized builders. Very, very specialized builders. I haven't been able to watch either. Oh, Fat Cat, you're in for a treat. Take your time. Because that is something you should enjoy. Just enjoy this because, man, oh man. Hey, we're planting a seed. The Boys is already a good show. And I envy you because I barely remember what happened in The Boys. I don't even know if that one soup is alive or not. I have no idea. And now I'm watching the spin-off show, which is really good fun. Man, oh man, I like it. Right, the honeypot is there. The mess table is gonna get built. And that thing... Wait, did you change your mind? I saw you plant. What happened? What happened? Did the plant immediately die because vacuum? Man, I saw them do something. Here we go, come on. Planting seed. Whoop! Is good stuff. Plant another one. Nice. Very nice. Now we're gonna look at the room. No effect. Room size 49 tiles. No industrial machinery. Yeah, that is no problem. Good. Crude oil is there. Let's remove it. We have this all enabled. Good. And what is in this hauling point? Should be some petroleum. Let's remove it. Bam. Good. And now we can build a door on top. And that is going to be a different door, of course. Let's make it from gold, though. Why not? And then this room will be separate from the other room. Good, let's suppress this alert. There's no bearing. Right, and then I will know if this is a mess hall or not. Smack my lips, so sorry. Now, we're gonna bring the oxygen here and plant it, Mr. Pip. Cramped. I feel sorry for the supplicant. Egg, let's sweep it up. Sweep it up first. I have millions of sweep commands. No, I don't. Let's check this out. Alright, very good. Room. And it is a great hall even. It is a great hall. How? Honeypot? Decor plus 20. Yep. As soon as you have diamond or glass, you can make a great hall just like that. Just like that. So what can go in a great hall? Let's find out. Can a rocket control station go inside of a great hall? We will figure this out. Arcade cabinet, beach chair, cot, mess table, lavatory, hand sanitizer, hot tub, juicer, ladder bed, comfy bed. All that stuff and more can be controlled by the rocket control station. That is good. What about my pipes? And do we want background tiles as well? We can overdo it. Thing is, if I put in background tiles, then the liquid pipes will still show. That is just how it is. But if I were to put it in pixel packs, then they would not. Dim 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 dim. Cannot have a pixel pack over a door. Furniture, pixel pack, rotate. I can. But not like this. Dum, dum. Hey, maybe this would still work. Oh, that is a bit insane. Good, so this would be here. Here would be from... I don't know if I have that much glass. Is this too much? Just too much? Probably. I want buildings here and stuff. Let's not do it. It's crazy. It's crazy pants. Maybe when everything is built in. But the thing is, a lot of these things are temporary. The telescope is temporary. The plastic thing is temporary. Good, and I still don't know if it jives with the Great Hall, and I do need the Great Hall for the Pioneer duplicants. Hey, Mr. Pip, thank you for planting. Good. Here's another oxyphone. How about you do here as well one? That would be nice. And then you can continue on here. And then we're safe. We can breathe. We send just a single duplicate in. We're just going to send a single duplicate. If we rarely need a rocket that holds more than one duplicate ever in the whole game ever. So you can send 2 or 3 duplicates to another planetoid and then drop them off. You can taxi them, and during the taxi ride they can just be there. Whatever. You don't need infrastructure inside of the rocket for extra duplicates. Sure, it's gonna be a little bit too much carbon dioxide in the end, but for a short trip, like 3 or 4 or 5 cycles, even 10 cycles, and you drop them off where they need to go, and then the plants will catch up. Good. So now, what about gas? Let's put it in. This is for oxygen. Also, oxygen is going to come out. You can just pump it out here on top. Why not? And, this is the only place that we got. Let's pump it out middle-ish. And yes, we have no radiation protection, but that's what the red pills are for. Right? Good. Hey, this pip is fast. Let's open the door forever. Good. Number 1 is not good enough. Number 9. Number now. Errand. Rancher Artist Chef in Helsing is gonna do it. They're gonna open the door for the pip, and the pip can plant here in that spot. Very nice. So what is it that I meant to do? Oh yeah, I meant to check the room. It's the Great Hall still. Good. Right, and since this is the only room left here for oxygen, but is that strictly true? I could put it here and put something on the top. Maybe I will need, or I will want radiation protection. Maybe. I like that the toilet is radiated, of course. The way it is. And this can be a room. Plumbed wash station, yep. That I smack my lips again. What's wrong with me? The problem here is I cannot put in any sanitation. If I move this all over to the left, no, then there is no room for a telescope and a research station. This is just not a room. It can't be ever. It's just wasted space. Which makes me sad. What if there was a mirth in here? And we would use this room for something else. Like a... You know, like a body butt. Because that smells nice. Mirth here, body butt there. Nah, body butt's essentially like we planned. Here's something else. Not too sure I even need this. Well, so let's just put in the stations and see what we get. That makes a ton of sense. Orbital data collection lab goes here. Good. And telescope. Doo-doop from gold goes here. Right, power-wise, we have a single... Breathing is always nice, says Sadcat. Breathing is very nice. Breathing is fantastic. Come on, Mr. Pip. Mr. Pip does not need to breathe, in case you're wondering. Mr. Pip lives in a vacuum here happily. If you look at the gas overlay, it's going to be completely grey here. There's nothing there. That's why this plant cannot survive. And all these plants there, well, I guess they're surviving. Just the growth is halted. That is all that's happening. Alright, Pipman, go over here. Show navigate. Come on. Go over here and plant. No rush, no rush. And, we don't really need this door. This is also airflow. Good. How's your radiation levels? 43 is fine. Good. The professional builders are building it. Good. Wow, the super duplicate. Look how fast they are. Compared to the Pioneer. What the heck? Priorities. Pioneer Punk W44. Pioneer. They were inside the Rocket Matka building. 13 super duplicate. Where is the super duplicate? Maybe it was just a different thing to build. And that's why. 7, eh? That telescope is just faster to build than the orbital data. That is why. Hungry, minor radiation sickness, yucky lungs. 50 rats. Alright, let's connect this up to power. Doop, doop, doom, 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 doom. Like so is good enough. Good, and let's check the room. Nope. Nope. Laboratory. Yeah, the laboratory is a different room. So this is going to be a mess hall then. Only. For a long while until we're done with everything. Can't be helped. There's 15 tiles. 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's make sure to have the right room size. 12. Alright, alright. So we're good. Orbital data. If the orbital data is behind a door... Huh. If the if the orbital data was behind a door, because the telescope is not. Let's deconstruct. Telescope is not a problem. I don't think. Can renovate it a little bit, and have our Great Hall maybe. Because I really want the Great Hall to have the high morale bonus. It's a super 20% off to stress. Per cycle, that could be great. Let's look at the room. Great Hall, ha. So that's what we're gonna do. Or we cram it in over here. Team. So so 2 tiles is what we need there. And somehow close this area off. Deconstruct. Deconstruct this tile. Oh, then we have nothing hanging. And how's it hanging? Let's deconstruct this then. Think this through. Let's think this through real good. Because I want the 32. Not sure if I can get it. So this will be... Someone should do this deconstruct. Come on, guys. Deconstruct this right now. Now the agent artist is gonna do it. Is this still allowed building? Apparently it still is. So next time, I'm not gonna have this be forbidden. Even if your skill is 0. I want things to get built in the end. Right. Good. Deconstruct this door. And that's gonna be a problem for the Great Hall. Good. Ah, they need O2. I could just count it out. Here is gonna be a tile, sure. Then... Nope. It's more like this space, approximately 28. 30. We're gonna be shy of the 32. Fat Cat says, so, Mr. Jowd, how are you doing? Fat Cat, I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm doing fantastic. I'm recuperating from a horrible cold. But all colds are horrible. And all things considered, I think I was doing better than most of the time I'm doing with a cold. Let's put the door in here. Good. I'm glad to hear you're doing better. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna be great. And I think if you have the common cold, the key is drugs. But taking the right amount of drugs and the right kind of drugs is very important. And it can help your body heal. And that should be the point of the drugs. Drugs will not heal you. There's no way. Your body will heal you. And you can trick a little bit. For example, if you have an inflammation, it's never good. It's never good. Inflammation is always bad. I wish I had known this. But I did not. I just found out. I think I found out like 10 years ago. Way into my life. Way too late. Inflammation is not good. If you have inflammation, then you need to take an anti-inflammatory. The more you know. Exactly, Fat Cat. Exactly. So, if you got the common cold, you can help out with the anti-inflammatory. Just don't take too much. Just enough so that the fever doesn't break out. That you have temperature, not full-blown fever. That's enough, and then you will breeze right through it. Of course, it only works if you don't drink and don't smoke. Because if you do that, then your body is weak. That's just how it is. It's not my fault. Good. So 2 tiles over here, and then put the laboratory over there. Plumbing, food. Wait, we need a door. Rotate. Is there a quick way in? This is the quickest way. Good. And we need 1 tile there. Fat Cat says, I've never smoked or drank. Fat Cat, you are a hero. You're very, very lucky. Not many people have this privilege. Never having drank or smoked. Peer pressure is just too brutal. There is not much you can do against that. Can I reach this somehow? I think I'm wrecking myself here. I mean, in the end, this will go, sure. No. This is just the wrong place. But there is no other place. Let's just first see if in theory this works. And if in theory this works, we can always say, hold on, if I deconstruct this, would I still have my thing? Because if this works in theory, we can put the mess table somewhere else in the room. For example, here in that spot. Good, let's check the room. It's a great hall. It's a great hall. People are always smoking and drinking at the beach. It's all the peer pressure. It's other stupid peer pressure. They should not build wooden structures into the ocean. How dare they? Because the peer pressure is making everybody smoke. Right. Oh, that's funny, Fat Cat. That's funny. So this honey pot with a missing tile, I'm gonna suppress. Gonna just put it here in the air. And in the end, the laboratory goes here. And deconstruct the mess table. We're gonna have the mess table floating as well. Because simply we don't have any room. Or do we? Maybe. If this is space that we have. So this is a great hall. With a room size of... Current size is 39. Minus 6 is 33. Minus 1 is... Indeed. Indeed. I have to have the duplicants eat off the floor. No problem. Deconstruct. Good. I know it's crazy. But here's a plant. Let's uproot. Because the pip cannot plant if there's a plant. I was too hasty in putting in the buddy bud. And that's gonna suck because the pip is going to try and plant the buddy bud maybe here. That's not good. Here's an autosave. But otherwise... Oops, here is space. Unused space. Good. Somebody needs to uproot this right now. Not permitted. Number 1. Current errand. And then we're gonna say... Sweep only. Right now. Seed. Buddy bud. And then we're gonna sweep it off the floor real quick. Before the pip has a chance to plant it there. Because they're supposed to plant the oxyfern. Not the buddy bud. It was way too hasty here. My mistake. Buddy bud. They're gonna immediately do it, aren't they? Sweep. And the errand is gonna show up here. Current errand. Good. Yes, they're doing it. Alright, we're good. Now we're going to build the mess table. Or deconstruct it rather. Good. And we don't have any room. Where is my helper tile? Also, this needs to go. Deconstruct. Otherwise we cannot build here. Granite. Right. Then we're gonna build the mess table here. And deconstruct the tile, and the mess table will not be functional. But we don't care, we just want the room bonus. Mess table. Put it there from gold. Good, come on, Mr. Pip. You can plant right there. Look at the overlay. Whoops. Wait, what? That is my mistake. But it's kind of a big mistake. It's a huge mistake. 2 and then 3 and then 3? No. Will we have only 4 oxyferns in the end? Nobody tells me. I'm having this up for hours and hours in 3 different sessions, and nobody on YouTube is gonna comment and say, dude, what the heck? Look at your glass tiles. Nobody's telling me. This is so sad. Right, here we got the mess table deconstruct. So we're gonna fix this. We can have 2. We win 1 more space. If we're a little bit more stingy here. Honey pot. This just sucks. Good, if it's 2 and 2 is at least resembling a little bit of symmetry. That's rough. That is just rough. And we have a room. inside this room? Do we though? Can build a door here and have one as something else. One more room for... This doesn't need to be floating. But let's keep this, let's do this floating for a moment. Good. Why am I doing this? Because I'm immediately doing it. We have nothing else to do. Priority 9. Good, let's suppress this. Now the pip can plant. Let's check the overlay. Yep, they can plant here, and then they're gonna plant there. Let's hope that 2 oxyferns is enough for a single duplicant. I mean, we could do the math, I guess. Says here... oxyfern. Growth requirements. No, we cannot do the math because it doesn't tell me. That is not fair. Good. But we do need a tile over here, definitely. Let's get it going. And then I suppose we don't need the door, we just need a tile. Good, but if this tile wasn't there, we could even do something a wishy-washy. You could do a soap thingy and have a bathroom as well. What about the chlorine? This is gonna mess with the atmosphere. I just feel it's gonna mess with the atmosphere. Also, why we're not filling this up with oxygen already? I think that should take priority. Good. Here's a pipe system we can abuse. So let's do that then. I'm gonna cut that here. And here to signify. Right, and this all is gonna go in. But which way is it gonna go? Let's go all the way around. Because we cannot mess with the atmosphere inside of the farms. Temperature wise, don't care. This goes constantly in. So we're fair. What the heck? Oh, we're building... Apparently we're building the engine last. Good. Is this not getting built? No, priority 5 does nothing for the duplicants. Is there really so much else to do? I suppose there's some projects still left. And I want to find out what is on this island. And I want to find out what's here. Good, we're removing something here. We're moving something here. Sometime. Is there a smack on those? There's more ice, which is going to melt. Let's move that as well. And the rest of it is completely safe. Is not this all's gonna melt. Also, I want the granite and the wolframite. Oh, this is supplement liquid. Where's this going? We're collecting this up here for a heatsink. This is good. Using this biome as a heatsink. That is nice. And I kind of like the idea that this is high pressure. So if we had a jump gate here, I suppose that would indeed be a good idea. Right, let's get this in. And there as well, and then we can jump through here. We can even put the duplicate motion sensor in. We can leave that in. Deconstruct. Because when we build up, then there's gonna be a liquid here. Oh, hold your fort. Going to go from here. I'm gonna rip this all out and move it over, because I like the idea of a pole running here, like so, and then have a tile here, and have a tile there, and the jump block right next to it over there. Good. So this is now our absolute current project. First though, I want this pipe. Good. Now it's not connected up to any oxygen. Do we have an oxygen runnage? I doubt we do, honestly. There is no oxygen pump. Cycle 306, no oxygen pump. That must be a new world record. But it's fine. Where's their high pressure? Everywhere here. We only need 2 pumps. Let's build a pump here and a pump there. Where is their power? Nowhere. Great. Could just do a double pump here. Call it good. Using the iron fatty wire. Dum dum dum. That is all that is needed, really. Dum dum. Ventilation. Gas pump. Let's make it golden. Dum 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 dum. That music is genius. Dum dum. Do you get your eardrums popped? Careful. Careful. Dum, 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 dum. They didn't get to say eardrums popped. Nice. Dum 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 dum. We're at 7 key here. Pressure, but we need to pressurize the whole base. The setup, so 7 key is fine. Good. Electrolyzers are gonna run at 7 key. And where's the liquid coming in? Liquid is coming in infinite. 6.5 T. And that is tons. That's very nice. This is gonna be my oxygen pump. And let's do a quick knot filter here. If you're the wrong gas pumps not included. Yep, no oxygen pump on cycle 307. But now we're building some. That's good. No gas output. Yeah, no gas output, sure. Ventilation, gas pipe from granite. Good. Let's put in the automation right here. Automation, we need a NOT gate. And if it's not oxygen, then vent it out. Vent it out, please. Here, bam. Good, of course we need a sensor, otherwise this will not work. Gas pipe element sensor. We need a gas pipe element sensor, not just an element sensor. Because it's going to sit on top of a gas pipe. Make it from iron. Super sustainable achieved, hooray! Super sustainable achieved. First thing we're gonna do. Power. Where is it? Hydrogen generated natural gas. Natural gas, here. Bam, 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 bam. And then we're gonna put in wood burners here, everywhere. And petroleum generators. And coal generators, of course. How could we ever forget? Good. Sing it. Sing it. Super sustainable achieved. We can sing it because now we're allowed to build all these things. Of course, I'm not going to build them here. Up in the air. But we are going to tame our hydrogen, natural gas guys here right next to the hydrogen setup. Well, we just need a pump apparently. How hot is this? 150 C. Yeah, we just need a pump. And then we're gonna pump it into a room. Into the same room, maybe on top? Yeah, I thought this out before. But I don't know. Hey, we're pumping already, dude. This is too soon. Automation wire, stop the madness. Good, we're going to say gas pipe element sensor is looking for breathable gas. Oxygen. Let's get it. Good. And this pipe is blocked. Oh. Oh, deconstruct. Going to add on to the pipe, of course. Gas pipe. That doesn't work because we're not adding on. But we want to add on instead. Good. This will be way better. A little bit of a mess up. But it's fine. What about up here, though? Would that not be better? Sure, I think it would. It would look better. Because pumps are gonna grab a little cross shape. That's what they're gonna grab. And they're not gonna be interfering with each other. And that is completely inconsequential. A single piece of room would be enough to grab 500G of oxygen out of the air. But a single pump is only going to do 500G, so we have to fuse them, and we cannot have them sitting on the same rail. We have to zipper in the stuff, and it doesn't zipper, it just fuses in. All the oxygen is going to fuse into this intersection, and they're going to become 1000 G of oxygen, which is perfect. Good. Somebody is going to build this, and disabled by automation grid. Yes, because it's oxygen in here. Oops, what am I building? Give me the gas pipe. Now, are we going to run through the hospital? No, we're gonna run through the ceiling of the hospital. Good. Make sure this is disconnected. Not sure what this is all for. Carbon dioxide as well. We're just abusing a single pipe here for very different things. But let's not forget our jump gate. This is looking good. Deconstruct here. Thingy there. Move over everything. Oh dear. Oof. That bridge probably has to go deconstruct. Move over the thing. But yeah, moving this over here is reasonable. Good refinement. Metal refinery. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Dose of Ghost. Good to see you. Fantastic to see you again, Dose of Ghost. Maybe it's my upload times that are wrecking people. Or my upload times. My live times on the Twitchy there. Because on the YouTubes everybody can watch whenever they want. But good to see you, Dose of Ghost. You want to see what's going on with your duplicant? I'm not sure if you have one. Let's see. No, you don't. You're still in the queue. Because we didn't make much progress. We're still 10 duplicants. And you're still in the queue. Where's my queue, by the way? Here's part of the queue. About here. Man, oh man. I lost my queue. I'm okay with being a sage hedge. Yeah, you died, Dose of Ghost. You died. I don't know what happened. I think a Pokeshell killed you. Do you want to be your killer instead? I'm gonna bump you up in first place into the queue. 3 Dose. Because Dose of Ghost. No, yes, you died. I want you to be a duplicant. Hey, this was just a placeholder. You're a duplicant. Come on. Dose of Ghost. You can't be a sage hedge because Pokeshells are mean to sage hedges all day long. They don't like sage hedges. They kill them if there's an egg there. And we did not build up the automation yet, so I don't like Pokeshells as Dose of Ghost. Alright, no problem. Where are you? Dose of Ghost is going to be a different critter. I should have 2 cuddles. Where's my egg? I brought another egg here. This one's taken. This one's taken. Puffs? Do you want to be... these do not survive. Oof, it's getting... Wait, I know what you are. You're gonna be the hospital shinebug. Do you like the hospital shinebug? They're very unique and definitely immortal. That nothing's gonna happen to the shinebug ever. Yay, he says, they say. Let's do it. Probably... Now you're gonna be the shinebug, right? Dose of Ghost. Hey, that fits with the theme of your name. I like it. Very nice. You're gonna be the hospital Scheinbach. You're gonna be the good ghost of the hospital. And with my playstyle, I think duplicants will visit the hospital many a times. Many a times. Let's look at the room. Hospital quarantine sick duplicants. I want a different bonus for this. Quarantine sick duplicants. I can do this anywhere. I don't need a hospital for this. This game. But alright. I'll make sure it stays well lit. Yes, you and a couple lamps here. And three mood lamps. No, you're gonna make sure. You're gonna be the warden of the hospital. And when there's nobody there, it's so dark. So you're gonna definitely make sure it's well lit, even if there's no duplicant. But we have duplicant motion sensors, and then it's gonna be real bright. We have 2 lamps when we're producing medicine, and a Scheinbach. Genius. But on the lower level, you can check out the lower level if you want. If you look at the navigation, you can if you want. I don't know if you will. I think you like the top level better. But alright, this is your hospital, and it's in good shape. How about my duplicants? Are they in good shape? Everybody is good. Nice. Stress is down to 32%. Is good. So what was our project? I want this to be high density. I always say density when I mean pressure. High pressure polluted oxygen is what I want. Good. Let's put in the jump gate. So that everything stays in that is supposed to stay in. That polluted water over here, we could move to here and empty out. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, it's coming from the inside of the steel refinery, which is a metal refinery, but alright. Move here, priority 9. Good, they are going to do it. It's a better temp is all. Ah, you're producing heat as well? Wait a minute. That would mean this here is susceptible to damage. It doesn't look too bad. Here is a queue. Here's a queue. I found the queue. We might have to pause because the duplicant names are moving. Who's number 1 in the queue? Can't read. Dose of Ghost, you're number 1 in the queue. You're 2 Scheinbachs, man. You're 1 proper Scheinbach and 1. But that's alright. I just like staying on the top level because it's a better temperature up there. Oh, that's what you mean. Yes. It's nice over here. It's nice and cool. It's closer to space. But let's not forget our jump block. Because we're bleeding out the bleeding pollution. Good. And we're going to use our hauling points here as a default setting. If I can click it, settings applied. Settings applied. This is almost more work than just putting it in manually. But it's now looking good. We got crude oil coming in, enable the auto drop. And we have liquid naphtha coming in. We have petroleum coming in. And this is going to be a fantastic jump lock. Dose of Ghost says, Scheinbachs don't make heat other than when they hatch since they're body temp. Oh. Other than... So they do make heat. This is what you're saying, because we have Scheinbachs hatching here all day long. By the way, how the heck am I getting the eggshells out of there? That is something I completely disregarded. How about this auto sweeper? Yeah, it can reach. If I build an auto sweeper here, I can reach the eggshells and get them out. Good, that's not my concern currently. So now I know about the fossil thing here. The thing is, a rock crusher takes away energy and duplicate labor. Well, this is better, I think. Those who go says slightly when crews hatch, they hatch at their standard body temperature regardless of the egg's temperature. That would mean that this area is always the same temperature. Because they have a default body temperature. And that means they regulate themselves. They regulate this area. And their cage. Well, which is this area. That is good to know. Right. Ooh, my rocket. My rocket looks nice. I would have to launch it and land in order to build these ladders. But I have to build it up first completely. I think it is looking great, and we can continue on. Deconstruct. Let's deconstruct these ladders. We can continue on building a rocket. I don't know what else it needs. Maybe a Trailblazer module? And a nose cone? Should be good. And an engine. An engine would be really good. Add a new module above this one. Hey, hold on. Is this how you do it? How you make the engine on top of the rocket? Is that how you do it? I don't think so. That duplicate drop down. Is that the trick? No. Doesn't give me an engine. You need a nose cone, says Dozo Coast. Alright. Let's build a nose cone. From what? This takes 400 material. Let's do an iron. Iron nose cone. Good. Need a nose cone, and then I can make an engine? Because I really want to make an engine here somehow. Good, but let's release this naphtha. And release the petroleum as well. For a beautiful jump gate. Anything. The overheat temperature in the thousands of degrees, you can make the engine now. I can make the engine now? I can make the engine now. Oh, steam engine. Space above rocket blocked. Must install at bottom of rocket. Dum dum. Command module already exists. Yeah, sure. Space above rocket blocked. Dum, 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 dum. Could be we have too much for steam. Let's say plus. Space above rocket blocked. Could be we have too much. It will automatically put it at the bottom of the rocket. You just need the space for it. Check how much height there is above the rocket. Yeah, this ladder is in the way. I think this all is in the way. Deconstruct. Oh, this will be then rough. But we have to deconstruct. Good, this is space for the engine. We're gonna start with the steam engine. We don't have steam production, which is a bit sad. We could build a steam production here on top of the steel refinery. How do I deal with the slime though? That is absolutely in the way. An auto sweeper could be the solution. But that will only work for these, not for those. Auto sweeper here. Could temporarily uninstall here. We need to uninstall the light definitely. As long as the first 4 tiles don't have any ladders, you can make the steam engine. Yes, yes, yes. I think it's 5. But we will never know. Because now it's possible and I'm gonna do it. Iron is fine. Let's build it. And that means we will have to build this as well. Let's check how much oxygen we collected. This is 130 key per tile. Good. And that critter is lazy? No. We're gonna open the door, of course. Then the critical plant, the plant. And this is a bit unreachable. But alright. Plastic ladder, and we're good. Now, how many tiles is this? 12? Plus 8 is 20. Plus 9 is 29. 31. Are you kidding me? Like, it's fine. We can move this over. Those oxyferns won't be able to keep up with dupe CO2. How dare you say that? How dare you say that? The dupe is gonna hold their breath while they fly the rocket, and the dupe is going to not live here 500 cycles. Look at the consumption rate when wild. I wish I could. I wish I could. That's what I meant to figure out before. Carbon dioxide, emitting carbon dioxide, using carbon dioxide. I can't tell. I can't tell. How much is it? You tell me. So usually I do 5, but I'm gonna try and get away with 4 this time, because it's only ever gonna be a single duplicate, and it's gonna be alright. Good, because duplicate is not gonna breathe here when they collapse and fall asleep, or when they eat there because they're dumb. But I think we have 1 tile to not enough. Good, igneous rock. Somebody's gonna do it. Yes, current errand. And the Pip boy is going to plant here. Good. And our room is a great hall. 39 tiles. Good, and then we're gonna build a laboratory. Orbital data collection over here. Connected up to power as well. Good. I could, I suppose, I could go to the wiki and punch in wild oxyfern. Domestic wild oxygen G per cycle. Wild oxyfern is minus 93 per cycle. G. Good. Minus 93 per cycle. G. 93. We're breathing out. Exhaling. Pfft. No database entry available. I need a duplicant. I need a duplicant who's actually breathing. How about you, Agent Black Shadow? Are you breathing? It's 400 grams. So that adds up. Dose of Ghost. That adds up. It's 400 G per cycle, and we have 4 plants. So normally I have a bit more. 1,200 grams per cycle? What? But this duplicant here told me a different thing. Pioneer Matka, where are you breathing? Breath. Exhaling. Oh, it's different all the time. It's different. Now you're breathing 200 grams. Looks like you're doing 200 grams per cycle. You say 1,200 grams per cycle, Dose of Ghost. Is that crazy pants or what? We're going to check in the rocket when we're flying. So normally I have 5, and I would love to have 5, but I messed up, unfortunately. That's what it says on the wiki. Alright, then it must be true. Good. 1,200 G per cycle. And we are deleting 400 G per cycle. Yeah, that checks out. Look at the oxyfern page. Tips. Language. Growth. 9 per water. ratios. The about thick zone produce steady moisture. Quite some gas conversion rate, which will possibly clean match their number, leading to either oxygen, carbon dioxide, or runaway overproduction. Teresa growth. Nope, I don't see it. To the duplicants. Duplicant properties. Duplicant properties. The carbon dioxide production, 2G per second. 2G per second is the magical number. Now, if I type in my car? No. Calc is what I'm looking for. My calculator. And I say 600 times 2, then I get the 1200. You are correct. You are correct. Good, but that's a lie. The game is lying to you, and the wiki is lying to you as well. Because a duplicate never is going to breathe all the time, right? It's going to be just fine. Duplicate is going to be fine, trust me. Buddy bud, alright. You're going to plant the last one. I like to have 5 instead of 4. 5. I have a good experience with 5. That is then 500 G per cycle. Why use the atmosphere breath glitch? Because this is disgusting. It's disgusting, and I had a duplicate die. I'm scared of the atmosphere breath glitch, and it is disgusting. So it's 2 good reasons not to use it. 2 good reasons is good for me. For most of things. Good is a great haul. 32 tiles. 32 tiles. So what if put in something here? There's gonna be chlorine in the end. How is it disgusting? Well, the duplicant is stopping all the time to breathe, and nothing's happening. It's a choke nightmare. If you play the game like I do for hours and hours and hours, and you watch the duplicant stop and breathe, and nothing is happening, and that would just remind you of the drowning nightmare that everybody has, not just me. The drowning nightmare, you know, where you're underwater, and you cannot breathe, but you're still alive somehow, and it's crazy. And then you're gonna sit there, try to breathe, and you're gonna excite yourself so much that you wake up from this nightmare. I don't have nightmares about drowning, says Dose of Ghost. Dose of Ghost, you are special. Everybody has nightmares about drowning. I'm projecting. Dose of Ghost, don't worry about it. There are people who have nightmares about drowning. People who are... Fat Cat says I don't. Fat Cat! You're stabbing the dagger in my back. I don't know if I'm special, you maybe, says Dose of Ghost. I'm projecting. You guys, if you don't have... Chat Unite. If you don't have any nightmares about drowning, good for you. You're good. And bad for me. I'm bad. That's probably how it is. I probably have psychological issues. I don't know. But I'm alright. It's just your stuffy nose that is causing your drowning nightmares. Yeah, Fat Cat, but Dose of Ghost doesn't get nightmares at all. And you haven't had any nightmares as well about drowning. You had nightmares about fist bumping with the Hulk Hogan. No, with Kevin Owens, but doesn't matter. Oh, Kevin Owens? Man, I'm gonna check his picture now. Again. Kevin Owens. Good. Yes. That's a cool guy. That is a cool guy. I don't dream either, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. Oh, Dose of Ghost, you don't dream? That is crazy pants. I get nightmares, but it's usually being in a sketchy place, this Fat Cat. You guys. But I'm gonna tell you, right here and right now, there are people with drowning nightmares. It's a common nightmare. Just like the nightmare that you're losing your teeth. You put your hand in your mouth and you grab a teeth with your fingers, and then you realize it's loose. Dose of Ghost, you just outed yourself. Because Dose of Ghost says, no dreams, no nightmares. For me, it's a fade to black, and suddenly I wake up. Dose of Ghost is a drug abuser. They're like the marijuana. They're like the Mary Jane. They're like the cannabis. They're like the THC. They're like the CBD. No? I'm guessing wrong? Sorry. That's just the guess that I have, because if you're if you're regulating your brain chemistry so that you have no REM needs anymore, and Judd instantly jumps to conclusions. That's me. That's me. I am opinionated, and I do that. I'm not a good person, probably, but I hope that I'm a good Oxygen Included player. Good. So did the pip now plant? I hope they did, and they are, and they're done. Let's mop them up. Good. And we have one more space. Let's deconstruct. And in the end, we're gonna have a big time Great Hall, and we can do something else here. For example, how about a beach chair? A beach chair. Dose of Ghost says, I used to dream, but that stopped at around 7 to 8. Don't know how, don't know why. Dose of Ghost is not dreaming anymore. Dose of Ghost. I honestly think that's not healthy. I'm not a health expert, and I have to say this on stream. I have to say this, even though I'm very confident and I know better than most people. But I have to say on stream that you cannot take advice from me, since I'm not a healthcare professional. But I think you should see somebody. Maybe try that hallucinogen and see if you dream. Just get it to normal. I don't know, because people are supposed to dream. Maybe just a tiny tad. The idea is not to space out completely on drugs, but if you wake up in the morning, you should have a memory of something sometimes, but maybe not. I don't know. Just talk to somebody, because it doesn't sound normal. Because sure, on a regular basis you don't dream, but sometimes you do dream. First accuses of being on them, then recommends them. What? Dose of Ghost says, I do have sleep issues. For instance, when I wake up, my brain doesn't even remember it. I once got up and did all the dishes in my house, went to sleep, and didn't even remember it. That's... again, I'm no expert, and you cannot take my opinion for your health. You have to go to a doctor, and but I'm right all the time. So I'm telling you that it is quite normal if you're still not completely awake. Your body is not completely awake. Your brain's not completely awake. You do things and you forget about them. For example, early in the morning when I make my brunch. That's also funny. And that's also my the title of my next book. Early in the morning when I make my brunch. Child's advice, drugs. Well, that's not... but you should talk to somebody before you take drugs. That's definitely also my advice. But, and not to talk to me, talk to a drug abuser, aka doctor. So, what I meant to say, in the morning, when I have my food, and I make my food, sometimes I forget about little things that I do. It's completely normal. And if you do have this, don't worry about it, it's normal. But the extent at which you have this, or the extent which you're having this, What is the preposition that I'm missing here? Doesn't matter. The amount of forgetfulness after sleep, that's a bit much. So don't worry, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just overdoing the forgetting and not doing enough REM sleep. And that's all that is it is. Is something. It is some chemical imbalance. I wouldn't jump to drugs immediately. If I were you, if I were to give advice, and I'm not giving advice here, I'm not a healthcare professional. I have to advertise this. Otherwise, people are gonna. Otherwise, people are gonna go and say, "Hey, this guy is hurting people." No, I'm giving advice, but take it with a grain of salt. Hold on. Oh, I thought they were digging out the oxyphone. Oh man. So what I'm saying is just change your brain chemical balance for the better, and do this naturally first. First, try something natural, something like almonds. I don't know. No drugs, talk to a doctor. Dose of Ghost, thank you. Good. Dose of Ghost says, I mean, like up to an hour. My father used to wake me for school 5 or 6 times and didn't remember him waking me up other than the final time. I get you, Joe. No drugs, talk to a doctor. Yes, it's a very simple chemical imbalance. And you can do it with nutrition. You can get it fixed with nutrition. That's what I'm telling you, and I'm right. But I am not allowed to tell you because I'm not a doctor. So I never said this. Alright, let's put in now the medicine thing. Hand sanitizer. And the last thing you have to do is worry about it, Dose of Ghost. Alright, it's bothersome, and it might be detrimental to your health in the long run, but worrying is the wrong way of going on about this. What's your favorite game, says Dose of Ghost? This is currently the favorite game that I'm playing currently. But my favorite game all time is Temple of Elemental Evil. There is no close second. The Temple of Elemental Evil. That is a role-playing game done right. And the Dungeons and Dragons game in Baldur's Gate doesn't even come close to it. It's compared to Temple of Elemental Evil, the Baldur's Gate is a turd. I'm sorry to say this, because it got very good critiques from everybody, and of course not from. I'm just completely ignoring the IGN critique critical review, because it doesn't make any sense, because you cannot spell ignorant without IGN, and you can ignore with IGN. Do you have a health tracker like Fitbit? It would be interesting to see what you see. Oh, Fat Cat is not talking to me. Oops. Sorry about that. But Baldur's Gate sucks. I'm gonna get back into it, but it's so hard to look at the effeminate animations all the time. So every character has these effeminate gay animations, and I love gay and effeminate. I love that stuff. But if everybody does it, it is no longer cool. I mean, it never was cool, but it's no longer something enjoyable. It's horrible. I put the poor in Puerto Ricans as Dose of Ghost. Oh dear. Oh, this is the healthcare system that is wonkered out everywhere. And believe me, it's in Europe. People say, "Oh, the German healthcare system is good." No, it's not. It's definitely not. I have yet to find a good healthcare system, but maybe I haven't looked. Joud, are you saying you're gay, says Dose of Ghost? No, I'm just liking the stuff. I'm not gay. I'm just how do you say? First of all, I'm making a lot of fun of gay people, right? But everybody makes fun. Dose of Ghost, I'm not gay, I just like men. No, that's not it. I like it when a person is do you know Pete Holmes? If this guy is not gay, then I don't know. But he says he's not gay. Check out John's wish list below. So if Pete Holmes is not gay, then I don't know what to think, because this guy is gay as all heck, right? But he says he's not gay, and if I were to believe him, I would find that very cool, because I'm on move. Don't worry about my wish list. Worry about Pete Holmes, because this guy has all these mannerisms that tell me he's gay. But he's so funny and so manly, and that's what I like. Or for example, do you know the guy from Rob Roy, who is raping and killing people left and right? He's really gay in his mannerism. So you would never expect this guy to be dangerous, but he's so dangerous. So I like that. Or do you know the Glitch Man in the world of assassination? This guy is so gay. Unbelievable. The glitching out all day long is so damn gay. But it's cool when he draws his gun. I mean, he never draws his gun. He glitches it into his hand. But when he has his gun in his hand and shoots somebody in the face. So I like this discrepancy, this absurdity, and the dynamic there. Dose of Ghost says, I'm queer, but I come across straighter than a line. Dose of Ghost. Here you can say, nobody will find you. That's good. Well, in Puerto Rico, if you're queer in Puerto Rico, you're gonna get smacked. you're gonna get slapped, smacked, and beaten as well, which is very sad. But that's oh dear. So sorry, I'm still not quite healthy. Maybe that's why so much stuff is coming out of my mouth that I probably shouldn't say. but I don't know. It's all good. It's all good, you guys. I think I could say this. Do I still not have any idle duplicants? Man, oh man. But the rocket seems to be done. Seems to look good. Dose of Ghost told me that these plans are not enough for a duplicant. Huh. I'm gonna prove them wrong. Good. So where is their space? Also, they're built in the hand sanitizer. We don't have any bleach stone. I don't live in Puerto Rico. My father moved from Puerto Rico. I'm ethnically and culturally Puerto Rican, though I live in Florida. Dose of Ghost. I lived in Florida. Where are you living? I lived in Central Florida, D-Land. I lived there. Where are you living, man? This is crazy. What a coincidence. Oh, man. Yeah, I lived there in the country for a little while, and then in the burbs. But rundown burbs. For, I don't know, 2 years. And 2 years in the country. And something like that. I live in Cocoa, right next to Orlando. Ah, Cocoa. Jowd, where were you born and how did you get to Germany? Says Fat Cat. No. I don't want to talk about it. I answer your question, but this is embarrassing, man. I'm pure German. Well, I'm not pure German, but I'm born in Germany, and it's horrible. Would I like to? I would love to be like Steven Seagal. I would love to be like that guy. So in an interview, he got asked, Steven, so you went to Japan to teach Aikido. How was it in Japan being a white man? And Steven Seagal says, I'm not white. So I wish I was like that, but I'm not. I'm German. The area I live in is called the Space Coast because we're so close to NASA. Yeah, NASA. Well, how come I said NASA? It's because of my stuffed nose. So close to NASA. Oh dear. That's crazy. I have rockets flying over me all day long as well. It's brutal. This is damn brutal. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna get out of here come time. Definitely. It's I don't know how much longer I can take it. But anyway, we're not getting anything done. That's right. But we're only 1.5 hours in, so I think we're gonna get something done at the end. So what I need here is oxygen. That must be included. Let's put in a vent. And will this be the final design of it? Sure, why not? Who cares? This is a good design. And we are going to build an atmos sensor. And we're going to build an overpressure vent. Good, let's build it from iron, because that's what we have. Good. Dose of Ghost says, the rockets shake my windows. Once when the Saturn rocket was launched, my windows were rattling so hard, I thought they were gonna break. Yep. Yep. When my neighbor closes their gate, my whole house shakes. That's my current situation. My windows are so old, they do nothing for the loudness of the airplanes above me, and they run. They run. We have twice a day. We have 2 hours where they ship out the things 5 minutes in 5 minutes blocks, every 5 minutes, and guess what? They take about 3-4 minutes to fly past or above the house, and it's brutal. It's 4 hours of my day that are lost, at least, in the day. And I cannot listen to music. I cannot watch a show. Streaming gets interrupted. So it's brutal. It's damn brutal. Why don't you speed up the game, Sisters of Ghost? Because I cannot focus on too many things at once. And I want everything to go nicely. Also, we're not super sustainable despite the achievement that we got. The thing is, we're living on borrowed time. If our sand rounds out, we're gonna be screwed. Because we're not cooking our bathroom water. And I think we should. Cooking and recycling. We're not doing this. So where's my sand and how much do I have? There's a sand. We have 51 tons. Do you have hatches, says Dose of Ghost? Yes. Have a few hatches here. Got some stone hatches. We got some diamond hatches. Fatka says, I was born in Missouri. I've been all over the place and back to Missouri again. Fatcat, I'm so jealous. You mean Missouri? Dose of Ghost. So yeah, I do have hatches. But remember... hatches eat as well. And I need to tame a volcano. Oh, I found the oil biome. Here's an oil reservoir. Let's look at space. Good. And see what we got. Still 2 unknown geysers. That means there must be something here as well. And even further below. Man, islands is so cool. I like this Empty Worlds mod. Good. Let's deconstruct the buildings. Right. Also, when I have more than one colony, I'm still gonna stay on the slow speed. Because I'm gonna swap back and forth, back and forth. And there's so much to miss. And usually something goes wrong. Right? I lost whole colonies on other planetoids. Dose of Ghost says, why don't you use the coal to cook clay into ceramic? And then crush that into sand. Use the coal to cook clay. Thing is, I'm using up more coal than I'm producing. These guys, stone hatches, when I have 7, or when I have 5. So when I have 5 stone hatches, that means I can have 2.5 diamond hatches, and look how many I have. We're using up more coal than we're producing. So I am going to run out come time. How is my... This darned hydrogen gas will not leave. I kept a space open here for it to leave, and it does not leave. But it will. And these will leave it as well. Right, furniture. And we never found a new bed. Which is very sad. We just have the comfy standard bed. It's not too bad. Let's do that then. We're going to deconstruct everything here. Let's renovate all of these. Good. Why we got nothing to do? Right. Right, we also have to range a puffed, otherwise we're not gonna get the achievement. That is fine. And then your second half of the plan, crushing that into sand, that's brutal. That's duplicant labor. And duplicant labor is illegal. Haven't you heard? Duplicant labor is bad. What it does to the duplicant when they grow up is brutal. They're gonna miss their whole duplicant hood. And then they're gonna be psychologically damaged. And we don't want that. So no duplicant labor. I have this here for some eggshells into lime. If I want to do 10 of them. So intermittently we're doing it. But that's all. Otherwise the duplicants are just having fun with the animals. And building things, deconstructing, constructing, looking at fantastic machines. And they're very safe from duplicant labor. Maybe we're gonna have a little bit of a dream chamber here as well. I tamed this before and I know how to tame this. Good, and what about this pollution there? Still a little bit of a project here. Just sticking down. Preventing this from gassing off. And that will then make sure that this will be a vacuum, and then we're going to open this up and let the carbon dioxide also be a vacuum. Dose of course says, oof, just found out Studio Mappa is super abusive to their animators. Animators and people who make three-dimensional objects, models, they're not having a great time. They just don't. It's not great pine. Can we open this door forever? So it's symmetric? I take symmetry whenever I get it in this game. Good. Kiln. Refined carbon. We could also do a little bit of that. Just for kicks as a current project. Temperature is absolutely nominal. And I want a little bit of heat here. So the plants grow. Good. Or stay in their growage. 3% stress. Oh man, that's so nice. Some people don't have a bed now. Let's put beds in. Good. Do we have a real artists? Possibly. What about the marble block? From marble. Let's put this there. Then we're gonna do a glass block from diamond. And then we're gonna do an aeropod over here. And there. We're gonna make it look green, and we're gonna make it look crystally. Right? And then we're also going to do a little bit of furniture here in the crown molding. Corner. Rotate. Good. And here we're going to do some regular crown molding. And then we're going to hang two things as well. Or maybe a picture to mix it up. I also could do pixel packs, but I kind of want to use the glass for colonization. That comes next. Landscape from gold, sure. And an aeropod. Yet another one, maybe the standard one, to mix things up. Good. What kind of things? 13 degrees, so there's no chance anything will grow here. Gonna just leave it. Just leave it out. Glass block from diamond is a good idea. Alright. How come we have a brownout now? Oh, nobody's running the wheel. We have too much to do. But yeah, this is too much connected up. I need dedicated power for these ranches. Good. Ranches are not really my concern. I thought I meant to colonize another planetoid. I think I will. Good. So how's this looking now? Steam engine? No gas intake? Oh, we're just taking out all the oxygen here. This might be too much. Also have some dirty oxygen there, which is sad. Is there a way to kill this somehow? Could do more deodorizers. Not the greatest idea, Fat Cat. Not the greatest idea, but yeah, we can just leave it in until it goes there. Until it goes there automatically. Or randomly. Oh, sorry. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut the pipe and call it good. Yeah. No, for the time being, let's just pump it in. Good. Let's check the insides of the rocket. What do we have? We have a great hall. We have a washroom. Good. We have a washroom. Is a vacuum still? Insufficient bleach zone. Hold on. We could suppress the alert. We could disable the building. And nobody will bring bleach zone. Oh, that is genius. Disable the building. Nobody will bring bleach zone. Then suppress the alert. And everything is fine. Good. And there is no space at all for the mess table. Unless there is. Let's put this pot here instead. Good. Honey pot, deconstruct. Mess table. Ladder. This is crazy with the mess table. I just meant to check if this is working. We can leave it in. It doesn't hurt. Good. Why don't you just ground the rocket? Because I want this rocket to be grounded intermittently, not all the time. I will disable the hand sanitizer, and then nobody will bring the bleach, and that is does all that is needed. What if I were to deconstruct this door and put a tile here? I can hang something from the ceiling here. Yeah. Why don't you want them bringing bleach? Because I'm scared that the bleach is going to gas off. And then we're going to have a blob of bleach here. Which will not be the end of the world, but I want this to stay clean. Good. Building disabled. Let's suppress. Make it uncontrolled and suppress. Good. Very nice. So that is solved. We're going to deconstruct the door. And gonna bring another gold tile here. Right. Another ladder tile there. I've never had that problem. It won't, says Dozo Ghost. Alright, good to know. So they bring it and it's not going to gas off. Good to know. Deconstruct. But I don't need a hand sanitizer. And I don't need the extra work errand. We're in space. And we're gonna get nuked. So there's no germs here. But that is something I did not want to happen. And that's something I always forget. Now we have carbon dioxide inside here. It's gonna get taken out. Let's take it out right now. Let's deal with this. Good, so where is their room? Here is a room. Gas bridge, granite. By the way, this happens every time. This absolutely happens every time. To me. Or should I bridge this over somewhere else, like here? Yep. Going to bridge it over here. Good. And then we're going to do a high pressure gas line there. Not from steel. Let's cancel the bolt. High pressure from iron is good enough. And of course we're going to automate it. So we don't pop our eardrums. Oh, do you mean while it's in the hand sanitizer? No, it's not going to gas off, you're right. But the thing is, if a duplicate comes here and brings the stuff, and then their shift ends on the schedule, they're gonna drop the bleach stone on the floor. And then I'm gonna have a blob here. So I'm gonna go the safe route and let the germs be deleted by the background radiation of space. Good, the Atmos sensor is gonna say if we're below 2,000 kilograms, then I want you to pump. And that will make sure we have enough oxygen. And it will make sure that the carbon dioxide gets out of here as well. Good. Priority 9, somebody is going to do it. And here we're going to put in our fantastic buddy bud. And we're going to drop the buddy bud here. And we can build something else there. I'll leave it as is. Our choice. Now I'm thinking about pixel packs again. I just love pixel packs. Pixel pack. Furniture. Pixel pack. Do more glass in the end. Pop, pop, pop. Pop. And here we cannot. Here we cannot either. We could here. But we can. Oh, we can here. Oh, they're gonna try and dig this out, aren't they? What if I cancel the dig? Infrastructure is in already. That's good. Pixel. Pixel? 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 And then we have to do something. Oh, you're a pixel pack. But there's a door. How is it jiving? I have no idea how this is going over the door. So how would these pixel packs look? Oh, I cannot. I could bring in 3 packs here. 1 pack there. Then I would have a jarring something over there. This is going to be a beach chair in the end. Are they ever going to use the beach chair? Yeah, they are. Fat Cat says, you've encouraged me to say pixel pack 3 times in the mirror tonight. Oh man, I still need to watch some movies. The Nun, number 2. The Nun, number 2. The Nun, sequel to The Nun. And, of course, The Exorcist, Believer. I just still watch these. It's still on my watch list. Good, let's listen to some spooky music while we're at it. The Winding Valley. Good. We can go here. This is sending a green signal. We have a bunch of oxygen here. And the carbon dioxide is out as well. Carbon dioxide is going to collect down here. And there is nothing I can do about that. But it's fine. We're going to see if the duplicate can breathe. And in the end, this will overpressure as well. Duplicates are not going to have the greatest of time here. I wonder if there is a different design that is better. But this is as long term as it gets. Good. Let's put in... And what is the pressure? Let's put in some liquid. And put in some food. And put in some plastic. Then we can go and do some research. That thing should have research priority over the data banks. Good. Right. Yeah, I think we're good for the first space project. Let's build more of these though. Oops, what am I doing? That was the wrong button. Good, we're going to say plus. And we're going to say solar. We need a bunch of solar. And maybe one artifact grabber to grab an artifact. Is this really my concern? I don't think it is really. It's build. Build, build. Build, build. Probably forgot something. Possibly, maybe, I do not know. Good. Everything must be reachable. But the nose cone is not. Let's go a bit further upwards. Just so that we're able to reach it. I wonder if I can do this. Probably can. Good. We're going to build these. And they're going to have a high priority in the construction. Good. And this as well. Right, then the rocket will be done. We can go into the intensely bright space. Good, let's prepare carefully. Alright. How many rat pills do we have? 98. It's good for 98 cycles. So it's good for me. Let's bring them in. Also check the rooms. Miscellaneous. No mess table. Wait, what? What's the problem now? No industrial machinery. Hey, wait, what? Ah, yes, yes, yes. I forgot about this change. And the change there says we are industrial machinery now. Good. We're going to put in where I cannot put in anything else. Here. Alright. Also, the auction is now going all over the place. It's not. Good, we're red as well. Which is fair. How do we connect this up gracefully? We don't. Let's just connect it up straight. And deconstruct the high pressure gas here. And connect the automation all over the rocket. There has been this little change to the game that says high pressure gas vents are now industrial. Good, and they count against the room bonus of most rooms. Automation wire, deconstruct. Good, let's leave everything in as is. And just move this over a bit. And we have our Great Hall back. Good. Anything else we need to take care of? No. Let's just put the water in, the rat pills, and the food. I'm gonna use the hauling point. There is room left to build a bin. Just don't know where. Deconstruct the hand sanitizer, build a bin. This is very complicated. Just deconstruct, reconstruct. Why not? Why should we? When we have the hauling point. Good. Always propagandism. Propaganda for the hauling point. It's a fantastic mod called Move This Here. I can only recommend. So all the berry sludge is going to go here for the moment. And all the medicine is going to go here for the moment. Errands, they're going to do it. High pressure gas vent enabled. Should this be enabled? Sending a green signal? Yeah, it should be. Looking good. Looking fantastic. Alright. What else is there? Maybe I should be careful with the pressure of the rocket. Let's do 1,000. Good. Let's see what happens. So we have a little bit of a low pressure carbon dioxide down here. Should be good enough. Then I would love to have a mess table where I can actually eat upstairs a bit. But I don't think I can. This is 32 tiles? Yep. It's 32 tiles. Can I reclaim space somewhere? Nope. This is as good as it gets. Thing is, if I put the mess table here, they're definitely gonna eat in the carbon dioxide. Oh, whatever. Let's get it. It's fine. And this mess table, of course, is not needed. We can use this place for something else. For a crown molding, corner crown molding or something. But let's just leave it in. In the end, there's gonna go a carpet tile here anyhow. Should do this already. Carpet tile. For when we research. Sure. Let's put in some carpet tiles. Not too many. I want the gas flow still to be intact. But this is very nominal. Right, let's put in the water. Food and rat pills are being brought over. Then the only thing is missing is plastic. Got some plastic here, but it's not nearly enough. Hauling point. We can put it in the vicinity, not. Let's just put it here then. It's going to say, or let's put it down there. Remove. How much plastic? How much plastic do we have even? Let's check this out. 1.5 tons. 1.5 tons of plastic. That's the interior. Hauling point. Manufactured material plastic. 1 ton and see how far we get. Plastic. 39. Plastic. Check. Rat pills. Check. Food. Check. Oxygen. Check. Water and fuel. Yeah, the fuel is now something different. I don't wanna build anything. But I need the data bank in order to research. Data banks in order to research nuclear. And the nuclear should be correct here. Shooting straight here into the nuclear spot. If not, I have to reconstruct the rocket platform. Gonna rename the rocket platform as well. We're gonna rename it to MT1. Enable the building. Click. So no duplicates comes. This is gonna shoot 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I built this up the wrong way in the end, but I do not know. No idea. Are you coming to the States anytime soon? Society. Yes, again, I'm going to the States anytime soon. No, summertime. I'm gonna spend 3 weeks. Is my plan. Spend 3 weeks there and go house hunting again. Last time was good, but the woman wanted way too much money for a rundown house. So yeah, that didn't work. I could have bought it for all my savings. But let's not, right? Let's keep a little bit, and you still need to renovate the place. So we're going to find something, and then I'm going to move there come time. So it could be I find a place to live next year, or well, it's 25 then, right? Yeah. Oh no, it's 24. Yeah, it's EAFC 24. So next year is going to be housing is reasonable in Missouri, Society Cat. Huh. Maybe I should then spend 3 weeks in Missouri. Housing is reasonable. But sure. Yeah. How are the taxes on people who stream? Is it rough? Is the income tax for low income people high? Dose of Ghost is back. Good to see you. Just depends on where you want to live. Alright. Good. Just depends on Hey, we have full power. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solar panels. Is this too much? I don't know. Do you use some power? It's probably too much. Good. But the idea is to go to places, drop off some rovers, come back later. Is gonna be alright. We could replace how many? 3 of these modules, and instead have a lander, and then we can preliminary land already. Tell you what. Let's see if some modules is enough. Let's see if 2 solar panel modules are enough for research, or if we have to replace the Trailblazer. Good, let's build it as a priority 9. And then this colonization rocket is complete. Good. Well, it doesn't have any fuel. To come here and pump out the liquid, and pump in the liquid, which I don't really want to do, because it's gonna gas off, isn't it? It's flashing. So if I intermittently open this for a brief moment, we're going to be just fine. Shipping. Good. Dose of Ghost is definitely too much. The steam engine alone makes power. Oh, yeah. But doesn't it make power when you move? And when you stand still, it does not? When it stands still, I need these solar panels. What's that building to the left of the steam turbine? The material study terminal? You're talking about the Scheinbach reactor. There's a Scheinbach reactor, but we're not using a light for power. We're just using a rads. For research, we have 20,000 rads per cycle, which is good, I think. It's always on, so if we need rad balls, we're going to use them. By the Iron Volcano. By the Iron Volcano. Oh yeah, that's a liquid reservoir. I'm using a mod making the liquid reservoir look nice. Because it doesn't look nice to me. The default building. Most default buildings I love. But I don't like the Spacefarer module. And I don't like the liquid reservoir. There's no replacement for the Spacefarer module, unfortunately. But for the liquid reservoir there is a cosmetic replacement. That's what I like. Ventilation. Gas pump. Gold amalgam. Let's do steel inside here. Bam. You can fit a gas pump above that transformer. Good idea. That's what we're doing. Very nice. Good call. Dozel Ghost. And we're going to use the insulated pipe to connect everything up. And there is a pipe that we can abuse already. I like the pipe abusage. We're going to bring it in. Whoop. Here. Igneous rock. You did it as I finished typing it. Now I looked up. Dose of Ghost. You don't look down. This is, everybody knows there's a delay. I would not worry about it. Everybody knows about the stream delay in chat. Good. Cemetery rock. Granite. Granite is good. Is it good enough? I need a very good material. Oh no. This is a bit much. But it needs to be done, so let's do it. Going to replace all this pipe with insulated sedimentary. And we're going to abuse the pipe that we have in here. Has enough oxygen. And cut this there as well. Scalding, oh dear. Dose of Ghost says, not like people are going to judge me in VODs, right? Right? Dose of Ghost, you're going to get judged everywhere. It does not matter. They are judgmental people. But I think in this stream, you have a higher chance of being accepted any way which you are, any which way you are, then in other streams. That's what I'm thinking. They will remember it for life, says Fat Cat. Yes. And they can look it up as well. Because I have a YouTube archives, and if this is not the time zone that you're living in when I'm streaming, then check that out. Hold on. They're coming this way and going that way. So they're going all around here, which is fair, I suppose. I could open the door to access while I'm building here. I suppose. That's not even a bad idea. Still no Atmosuit, says those go. No. No. Maybe it's going to be a no Atmosuit run. How about that? That will add a little bit of spice to it. And will ensure nobody else copies the high level of difficulty of my achievement here. Who knows if I get all achievements before the next patch breaks every mod that I'm using. But we're gonna find out. So what was it? Oh, I meant to send them to the hospital, that's right. Hospital? Hospital time for eccentric waste. You did good. But now it's hospital time. Pioneer Matka can take over the difficult and scalding work. Right. Jerry 2PC has a critter here. I shall shine bright upon them, says Joseph Ghost. Very good. Very good. Except you're not, you liar. How about I put in window tiles, stained. That look fantastic. We're going to use diamond. That is exactly what I'm doing right now. Joseph Ghost. Again, you will look... How did you put it? You look... You look dumb. You said you look dumb. Again, you look dumb, and people will judge you in this VOD. Because, again, this is exactly the thing that I'm doing. But no, again, that's a whole load of horse crap. Everybody knows about the chat delay. But the question is, how beautiful will it look? No. Yes, no. How will it look? Dose of Ghost. Pick one. Phosphorite? Hey, we have phosphorite. Quickly type in phosphorite. We're gonna use phosphorite here. Good. And everywhere. The whole floor is from glass. Very good. Abyssalite, too late. Too late, Joseph Ghost. Too late. If you had been a little bit faster, but this is now not going to happen. I want to use my phosphorite. But we can honor your wish, I guess. What about this here? Don't cry, don't cry. This is crude oil. Abyssalite. Abyssalite is looking crazy. It's very purple as well. And that is the whole theme of the hospital. Except for the doors. So that will look great. And Duplicants are working on it. We're going to check it out when it's done. Right. The interior of the rocket. Still no liquid. We're currently building the pipe as well. Good. Pipe is blocked. We have power. Ah, yeah. That's what I noticed before as well. Ah, we have spine power. That is not great pine at all. It's not a big deal. But it's something I really dislike doing. Spine power is normally unbridged. But let's use a bridge now. Because this is inside of that build. There's nothing we can do. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Press the R button for rotate. That is something I put in. And that is something that every player can put into their game. You can go to the game settings and map your keys. And you can remap the rotate to R. And then a research can be O or something. Or something else. Because rotate is what you're using all the time and research is not. Good. Now we're going to connect it up to the actual power. Oh, what the what? This is terrible. Are we gonna use iron? Yes. Connect it up like so. And build in yet another bridge. Rotate. Good. What the what, indeed. At this point, I'm just too used to the O, says Dozel Ghost. What the fart? Let's get this in. And then the pump has power again. It's not using spine power. Good. What about my fantastic sedimentary rock insulated pipe? This is wrong. Piping. Gas pipe. It needs to continue on with a theme. Cemetery rock. All the way. And into the rocket. We're gonna go in from... all around again. Yes, since this is temporary. Just gonna use the same way here. Scalding. Oh dear. Punk W44 is getting scalded a little bit, but that is fine. We have a good hospital. They're gonna be great there. Wow. Wow. This is nice. Look at the abyssalite. Looking really good. Maybe the colors are a bit off. Because we built over something that was there already. It might look different next time I fire up the game. But it is looking good. Right, anybody else? I thought Punk W44 needs the hospital as well. Yes, let's put them in. Good. Clean up the hospital as well. Local colony lacks advanced medical care. Look at the skills. Doctor eccentric waste. Advanced medical care. Good. And then insufficient resource serum. Serum vial, steel, and a sun nymph egg. We have quite a few of those. So that is good. We could feed the phosphorite that our glossy dracos generate to these sunshine nymphs, and they're gonna become sun nymphs. And then we can steal their eggs here as well. We can do serum. 1 key of steel, ridiculous. Let's use forever. When we can, we will have the serum. Good. Hospital's not improving heat speed is weird, says Dozel Ghost. I tell you what else is weird about the hospital. Being a completely useless feature in the game is a bit weird as well. But I'm building it. Because I'm a nice guy when it comes to my duplicants. They're gonna have a hospital and be very happy about it. Look at them. They look extremely happy. You're happy, aren't you? So where is the light shining? It's not really working like it's supposed to. That's what I mean. Also, what are those hatches above the stone hatches? This is from the mod Critter Hatches Morphs. No. Critter Morphs Hatches. Hatch Critter Morphs. Never seen so much effort. Right. Look at this guy. Come on. Cook Chef Center Arthur. They're really happy. They're playing with the critters. With these morphs. So you gotta install the morph mods for the critters. And then you have these critters. And they fit neatly into the rest of the game. And they offer an alternative to making diamond from the diamond press. And not that it would be a problem to put a diamond press here. Refinement. I'm not sure if there's a diamond press here. Is it under stations? Let's just search it. Oh, we haven't researched it yet. Well, it would be here. And then we have some rads that will fuel it. The rancher will also be stuck infinitely calling for a critter. Huh? What? Why? The rancher will be stuck infinitely calling for a critter? Everybody's glum. Rancher Sandrath. Zorbrados. That's a glitch. That's a glitch. I have to reload the game. Thank you for telling me. Damn it. Damn it. Thanks, Dose. That's crazy pants. Rebuild the grooming station. So I'm reloading the game and see if that works. That's crazy. How did that happen? Let's have a sip of liquid. While I'm waiting for the load. Alright, we're back with a blown nose and some liquid insides. What is this? The lab has no power. We have a brownout? Sure. So Joseph Ghost says this is just gonna keep happening. Alright. And of course, reloading is not as quick as deconstructing and reconstructing. So next time we're gonna deconstruct, reconstruct. Because next time we're also gonna have more colonies. Yup. So what about the liquid then? We need fresh water for the toilet. Oh man. Do you have to go here? It's gonna cost some pop eardrums. And let's just stop the madness here and reconfigure, but let's do the pop eardrums. Who cares? Good, if we build something, priority 9, so it gets done. It gets done, let's get happy. How about here? Just deconstructing buildings. Good. So this is fantastic. People are gonna come here and build the overflow for the bathroom. How much temperature Celsius is this? 20 degrees. Gotta be a bit careful. Also, overflow might be something we're gonna do. Overflow liquid water. Is this something that we need as well? Also, how come we never... Oh, this looks great. Look at the rooms. Luxury barracks. Private bedrooms. Nice. Don't know how this is just a luxury barracks, not a bedroom, but... Don't care, we're gonna build a bed here and call it good. I'm gonna suppress the current here as well. That's a nice statue. Cook Chef Santo Arthur. Wow. They have the nicest bedroom of them all. Radiation vomiting? No good. Especially when we walk through here. It's fine. It's fine, but radiation vomiting, who was this? Damn it, I missed it. Vitals, major radiation sickness. Pioneer Matka, what happened, man? How come you have the major radiation sickness? And where are you going? Delivering cemetery rock, that is all good, it is all well and good, but... You're now quarantined officially. Good, I don't know how that happened. Bedrooms need background tiles, put in some drywall. Yeah, but if you talk to Matka, you will find that they say, I prefer the water cooler over a bedroom. I don't even want a bedroom. So this is all just cosmetics. They have no gameplay impact. +2 morale. Pfft, I don't think I need this. we look at the... Everybody has high morale. And we stopped giving them skills. Is all good. It's all well and good. I'm gonna suppress the alert here. I was talking about the rooms without walls. Yes, this is. Rooms without walls are luxury barracks and not bedrooms. And they need background tiles. But we're gonna leave this. Gonna have a little bit of something different every time. And when we have enough glass, we're gonna make one of these rooms pixel packs. I want these rooms to be different. Those are quite identical, but it's fine. This is all gonna look different enough so that the duplicates don't feel like clones, which they are. But alright. Good. Then what we also can do, and I gotta stop with the excessive zooming. What we can also do is get the natural gas tamed. Fossil machine, wait, what? Dosevgo says, wait, if you get the fossil machine going, then you have a constant supply of sand. Fossil? Sedimentary rock? Sand. Huh. Huh, but what do you put into the fossil? Isn't it petroleum or coal? Would you put in there in order to get the fossil out? We're going to find out. Let's dig it out. Excavate Purdy 9. And see what this thing does. I think coal. Yep. And if I have igneous rock, I have 5 different ways of making sand. We will try the fossil way. That sounds reasonable. Like you suggested. And we will have to find the volcano to have an infinite amount of igneous rock. This looks very much like there's already way lots of infinite way lots of igneous rock. But we're going to dig this all out. It's a magma channel, too hot. What? No, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine here. Radiation vomiting? Are you done with the radiation vomiting? And what is you doing here? I'll go over there. Can we make it in time? Can we make it in time? Come on. Don't puke until you're there. Don't puke into the Pips chamber. And why is this a Pips chamber even? So sweep this up. He made it. Good. Chili. Cannot reach food. Idle. So what happens if we dig into the magma channel? What we need really is... are you done? Or is this a new duplicant? Major, full bladder, hungry. We should let you go eat and then come back here. Oh, you made a mess now. Alright, I changed my mind. You guys stay inside. Fossil data decoded. It appears that this creature's DNA was once used as a kind of genetic storage unit. Again? This is the same thing I decoded last time. Alright, then let's demolish this notch. So, if we are digging into the magma channel, will that trouble us? I don't think it's a problem. Polluted ice? No, I don't think it's a problem. It's just too hot, is what I'm saying. You cook your base with that rock. My base is over here. I love the empty worlds. This is a fantastic mod. Everybody should try it. It's really cool. You go from island to island. You don't care about anything. Starvation now. Radiation vomiting, come on, eccentric waste. This must be the last. If you use that rock to feed hatches is what I'm saying. Oh yeah, we have to run it through the chiller first. That is a given. Good, everybody's allowed out now. I don't care if you're radiated or not. But this duplicant is about to puke, I'm sure. They're gonna puke into the Great Hall. They're gonna make a mess. Eat self, sure. Can you not eat something else yourself? How about you go here and eat a Spindly. Consumables? How about that, huh? How about that? No more starvation for you. Good. And then you can go here when you're done eating. And now you're vomiting yourself. Can I send you here real quick? No, it's too late. Good. Mop it up. And he's clean as well. Good. Very nice. What about the other duplicant vitals? Major radiation on operative Dr. Eccentric. Follow cam and move them back here where they belong for the last puke action. Good, but for the rock. Yes, it's hot. Oh, here is a border. We're good. There is a border. But before we dig into here, don't know. Let's keep going. Just so that we see. Then we're going to dig everything out and collect it. And run it through the chiller, through the debris chiller. Which is currently very active. What is the temperature? 170 degrees. Radiation vomiting, this is the last one. Congratulations, you're free. Is what they say. And pop me off. Pop me off. I think they're still majorly irradiated. Why doesn't your chiller cycle around? Because it doesn't need to. It has a pre-chill that is at about 100 degrees and it doesn't need to cycle around. It sits here on the rail and does its thing and intermittently gets shipped out. You see, there is no backflow or backup of iron. We good? Not cooling. How about we cool a little bit more? How about we cool down to 20 degrees? Just to get a little bit of more cooling power. 10 degrees here. Just to cool quicker up there. Do we have a problem here? Iron is cooling down at this speed. It's a bit slow. We have 8 key of hydrogen gas. How's the gas flow, by the way? We good? So the brunt of the chilling is happening here in the pre-chiller, which is at about 100 degrees or so, or 95, something like that. Between 95 and 110, depending on if I want to delete heat or not. And then you just can flow like so. Of course you could do a cycle round and round, but I don't think it's necessary. This design is from Tony Advanced, and they knew what they were doing back in the day, and they would still know what they're doing. They would still be a great play, I'm sure. What about this? No, this is in the base now. I meant to babysit this stupid cunt. But we have a security system here now, so it's fine. Good. What do we do with vomit? Good question. And no more my major radiation sickness. Don't know. And we also need Do we have polluted water that is diseased? Because I don't want to put it here. Oh dear. The iron volcano tamer I made was purely my own design, says Dozo Ghost. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is a hybrid between two designs from Tony Advanced, and power distribution is from them as well. I just made a small change to their design. Their design incorporates 2 OR gates and 2 NOT gates, and you can get away with just one of each. But otherwise it's all him, and I just smushed them together, and that is great. That's a great design. My own design is this here. Hydrogen collection system, which involves this complicated porridge and a contactless pump. And a debris chiller. This is not a debris chiller. This is just a regular cooling down of the liquid and the contactless pump. So what we're going to do here, 0 degrees? Why not? Good. 0 degrees is just fine. Yeah, this is all looking good. Now, what is it that we were doing actually? Bringing liquid into the rocket. That's right. Good. We have to build a pipe. From granite, we're gonna go over here and then there and out. Should we? This is unreachable. No, we should not. Good, and then we're gonna abuse this pipe over here. Right, how does the hydrogen make it into that chamber? That's using the gas bypass pump, which is just dripping onto a speck of liquid. It's dripping onto a speck of liquid. So the petroleum gets pushed out here. It's going to merge with the petroleum that is here, but it's going to be over 400 G. So it's going to spill over. And then it's going to drip down here and spill over there because this is naphtha. And naphtha is denser than petroleum. And the density of liquids is, if you believe the wiki, is what makes it happen that liquids are sorting themselves out. A liquid is on the bottom and a liquid is on the top. If they stack on top of each other, and it's always the same liquid. So naphtha is on the bottom, below petroleum in this case, are these two liquids, and the liquid is dropping down, and then it's going to bypass this little gap. If you believe the wiki, because colloquially it's known as how heavy is a liquid, right? People go, oh, this liquid is heavier, so it sorts down on the bottom. Like, they say crude oil is the heaviest liquid in the game. And I'm of the impression that that the heaviness is something else. But I don't know what is the official what is the official statistic of a liquid inside a tile mass. Is it mass? Is it maybe mass? Mass per tile, I think it is. And what is mass per tile? That's the heaviness. Heaviness. What am I talking about? Wait. Why not put a deconstruct order on that whole line? They build as they deconstruct. Deconstruct order on that whole line. They build as they deconstruct. Deconstruct order on which line? They build as they deconstruct. I have no idea what you're talking about, Dozo Ghost. In this case, the tiles by the hydrogen vent. By the hydrogen vent? Why would I deconstruct here something? This is a working system. The tiles by the hydrogen vent. Why not put a deconstruct order on that whole line? They're built as they deconstruct. I don't know what I would want to deconstruct here. Under it. Oh. No. I don't want them to deconstruct and then it falls down and then I have to go here. No, definitely not. No. Because duplicants don't respect the priority. They do not respect the priority. It's too dangerous. I mean, we can go here and grab the stuff, but I don't want to waste any heat energy. There is no heat energy wasted here. This is all good. They do if you don't set everything to 9. Yeah, that's what you say. But I have duplicants who are fast at building, and I have duplicants who are slow at building. And if a slow builder goes build here, and a fast deconstructor goes after and deconstructs, they're gonna be faster. Trust me. It has happened before, and it will happen again. 50 rats is good. Alright. You did alright. So this is a gas bypass pump. And we're going to overpressure this chamber to no tomorrow. Right now it's at 28 degrees. We're going to see what one eruption of this thing does to the degrees. So before we are there, we could already build a pipe. So in the future we don't have to get scalded. Plumbing, radiant, gold. Good. And insulated sedimentary here and there. Good, just for the future. If you want to run something through, we can. Right, as long as it's 28 degrees, because when this is no longer dormant, it's going to be 500 degrees in both chambers. Good. Now what about the liquid? This is sedimentary, this is granite only, but it doesn't matter. And overflow we also have to deal with. I could do something like that here, over there. Something like that. Good. And overflow liquid water, where do you go? Into here, sure. Why not go back into the system? Right. Are they going to build it? This is going to take a long while. So now would be the time to speed it up, like so. But I'm not doing this. I want to relax when I play the game. I don't want to miss a thing. Sometimes major radiation sickness on Matka. Again. What is happening with that duplicant? We should put them on the pill before they puke. Consumables? But it doesn't matter, they're majorly irradiated. It's too late. Should put them on the pill before. Let's go here and stay there until we're healed again. Terrible. Good. Oh, we're gonna have the alerts again and again. And that is, if this disease clinic, if this was a deradiator, that would be so much better. Maybe stop putting them close to the Wheeze ward. Ah, man, I wanted to turn the Wheeze ward off while they work there. Good call. Good call. So if we're above 0, we're gonna open the door. We're always gonna be above 0. No, in the cold biome. Wait, what? Oh, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter over here. They're irradiated. It doesn't matter. They just need to get rid of the radiation sickness. They can accumulate rats. It's fine. It's fine. They can accumulate that little bit of rats because they're gonna cleanse now. And it does not matter because it's just a timer they're on. They're getting the rats back. No. They're not. They're cleansing more than they're getting rats. And it does not matter because 1.2 cycles. That's just how long it takes. Can't be helped. Let's let them out and put them back in again. And I'm going to put them on the pill now. Check the rats in that area. Hold on. Matka, eat a pill. Good. We're going to say drop the pills. This is berry sludge. Drop the pills, eat one. And we can also make some more. Let's do 88. Good. Serum vial we're gonna make. Good. And we're done. Good. Oh, we got serum now. And that is for zombie spores, apparently. Apothecary. Oh, we have? I guess we need to we need to do this. Good. Radiations is here. This is the best they can get. 15 rats per cycle and 29 rats per cycle. They hang around here, but it's gonna be fine. Good. Soon they will be in a state of decay. Hey, it's been a good while since I played that game. I should be going back to my playthrough. Move to here. I can just middle click. I have that mod installed. What was this duplicate doing here? No idea. Good. So the last fossil is gonna get fan out over here. Polluted oxygen. Oh, that liquid did not pour over yet. But we can make it. Pour out and over. Nicely. And this is not going to gas off. Radiation vomiting. We have serum, so even if somebody gets a zombie spore, we don't care. So let's work on that. Radiation vomiting, good job. Get out of there, Matka, do something else. And then you're gonna get back in there. Check your rats. 120. Oh, this is bad. When they healed from the radiation sickness, they're gonna get it again, probably. No. They're gonna be fine. Doom. This duplicant is breathing, hungry, minor radiation sickness, and exposed to zombie sperms? No? Why not? Why not? This is a bunch of zombie sperms here. Zombie sperms. This is a bunch of zombie sperms, you guys. If they enter, if zombie sperms enter, it's gonna be a bunch of zombies. Hold on, is the radiation here bad? I don't know what is happening. Oh, and we built this. Why are we not using this? Let's get it going. Everything goes into distribution. Good. Polluted oxygen. Everything here is gonna get wrecked by the vacuum of space, so we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about anything here. This is gonna be fine. Is this supposed to be some sort of animal? Probably. Right, amber. We're gonna oh, this is spore shit already done. Already done. Do we have zombies germs here somewhere? I don't think so. As far as I can see, this is completely harmless. Let's excavate. Don't know what is going on. Spore shit and zombie sperm, says those of Ghost. Hey, this is how it's pronounced. Everybody else is doing the wrong pronunciation. Spore shit is how it's pronounced. Radiation vomiting. Everybody says kid. It's not a kid, it's a plant. Oh, I meant to babysit them. I really did. Somebody mop this up. Good. How much radiation do you have? Doesn't matter because in 60 seconds you're gonna be good again. Like Orchid Jout. What do you mean, like Orchid Jout? What do you mean? What do you mean? Good, we have beds? We have one more bed for another person? But where's the person sleeping right now? 10 duplicants. Oh, they're the person who are nectophobic and they sleep down here. Orchid? It's a flower, says Joseph Ghost. Yeah, but this is not real life. It's not an orchid. It's a spore shit. It's evil. Deconstruct? It's bringing the zombie sperms. Germs. Spore kit, says Joseph Ghost. Alright, alright. Alright, sorry. Sorry, it's a spore kit. It's not an orchid, it's a spore kit. Alright, alright. Deconstruct the card? I cannot promise that I'm gonna... I cannot promise that in the future I'm gonna make the same mistake over again. I cannot promise that I'm not gonna make the same mistake again. But let's get the bed in. Furniture, right? Here we go. For the nectophobic duplicant, who's gonna sleep here now. Just bad. Hey, we could give them a lamp here, and we can ignore this. I think that's a better way of doing it. Right, here we get most of the room. There we get most of the room as well. Is there a way to get all of the room? I don't think there is. Anyway, if we come from the right side, this thing is always going to be a bit late. But I want the whole bed. This is perfect. Dose of Ghost says, you don't say apple or shirt for orchard. Or shirt? Apple? Apple or shirt? Apple or shirt? Let's put in some automation. Automation wire. And this is going to connect up to the mood lamp. Furniture, a mood lamp, PM. And that is then perfect for these duplicants that cannot sleep without a light on. Good. No! Wait, what? What do you mean, does a ghost? What do you mean? 18% stress is good? And we're gonna get some water in. So run. Is this overflow already? Stop the madness here, man. Stop it. Good. So this is overflow water and this is gonna get recirculated. Simply the best. Jam. Deconstruct. We don't need that liquid pipeline any longer. But what if we need it again? Can leave it in. Orchards. No orchards. Orchard? Yeah, but I said orchard. I would never say sporshit orchard. That I would never say. Hey, we got steam. Wow. Why? I guess some carbon dioxide must have made it through. That's not good, says Dose of Ghost. I think it's good though. I think it's very good. The only problem is that the ladder evaporated. The ladder evaporated. Oh dear. We need 3 tiles. And we need 3 tiles here as well. The game does not like this. Good, let's put 3 tiles in. That biome is hot enough to cook that whole biome. Hey, that is negative thoughts. Positive thoughts. I don't think this biome is gonna cook the other biome. That would be rude. This biome is gonna be very nice to the other biome. Good. That we have cleared this up. Now we're gonna dig out some. We're gonna get a little bit scalded. Hope you're not squeamish. Over here we're gonna run through. Alright. Then we have 1, 2, 3, and this polluted ice is melting is a problem, and it's going to melt. So nope, that is not good. But this is then sufficient for the first thing, for the first dig action. Dozuko says, "I'm positive this is a disaster waiting to happen." Oh, you're positive that this is a disaster waiting. All right. Let's not have this happening. Oh, we're getting scalded here. Deconstruct, like I promised. This is not a disaster. This is steam. This is free energy. But let's not have this. And instead we're gonna cut through here. Surgically. Like a surgeon. Fat Guy says, the peer pressure is on. Right. We're gonna build a little bit of a pier out in the ocean. And the ocean is going to help with that stuff. What happened, by the way? I think something must have melted and whoosh. There's polluted water down here. Yeah, something must have melted and whoosh. Now this is just keeping flashing. How would you like to go into 180 degrees steam? I'm not a clone. I am the one and only. Have you seen Sam Rockwell in Moon? Because then you know. I'm not a clone. Let's take this out. And what we're gonna do. Space exposure. Are you saying dupe lives don't matter? Hashtag DLM. Dupe lives don't matter. Scalding? Oh. Are we going to use this up? If we were to build something here, we could easily use up the heat energy. So this is maybe too much. Story trait complete. Then we're gonna prepare for. I'm gonna read this, but then we're gonna prepare for making use of that a little bit of heat energy there. And then after, I'm going to call it good for today. I need to rest. I have the common cold, if you didn't notice from my voice. I have the common cold, and it's commonly terrible, is what it is. I gotta lie down and watch some crazy nun or some exorcist doing something. All right, you deserve the rest. Those who go, thank you. So, story trait complete. Ancient specimen. My duplicants have meticulously reassembled as much of the giant critter's scattered remains as they could find. Their efforts have unearthed a seemingly bottomless fossil quarry beneath the largest fragment's dig site. That's a really hard sentence. You gotta forgive me here. Nestled among the topmost bones was a handcrafted critter collar. It's too large to have belonged to any species traditionally categorized as companion animals. Huh. Fat Cat, thank you. Let's activate this fossil. And we're gonna get the critter collar. And we're gonna put it on a pedestal. The tag reads Molly. Designed by B360. Unusually shaped paw print. Nice. Fossil. It's gonna take diamond. Are you serious? I'm not gonna burn my diamond for... Well, maybe I will. So what is this? I'm burning coal, getting diamond, and then fossil comes out, and then what? I'm gonna get sand, and then I feed the sand to the critters and get coal again? I don't know. We're gonna find out about this. Right, but that is the second story trait that I completed. Is it? I got the Summoning Synthesizer, I got the Hermit. I got this. Oh, then this is the third. Ever. So we're almost good with the whole game. Fossil data decoded. Genetic storage unit, new log entry, alright. So now we're gonna prepare for making use of this. And a simple thing is stick a steam turbine on top. And run some liquid through. Good. Insulated. Do we need insulation? I think we actually might. So we don't want this, but I actually don't like too much insulation here, do I? What if I come from this side? Also this water. So if we insulate ourselves in now, it's gonna be good, right? Is there a different way to insulate myself in here? We're losing a lot of steam as well. So this will empty out. Yeah, I don't think so. I think this will empty out and we're gonna call it good. My first idea was a bit better. Yeah. We're gonna send duplicants in again. And just stick out a little space. Good. And then more and more. Until the steam can just dissipate in peace. What is the temperature now? 200? Dose of ghost. Actually, I think that's material positive but power negative. You're probably right. That is what is happening in the game. That is the common theme of the game. What the heck? Is no volcano here? Darn it. But we did too much, and I'm going to say goodbye now. I'm going to say my goodbyes, because this has been a very good session. We should end it on a good note. Let's save, and next time we're going to find out what to do about the steam. My plan is just to cut it off and call it good. And that's what we're going to do. So, Fat Cat says goodbye, farewell, until we meet again. And I say thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for chiming in. And I am going to see you next time. Have a good day and a good night.